bro, he deading the police, bro. Oh my god, his LA crib that was with not even with under his manager's name or whatever that he was in spending 20K a month on, deaded that lease, got that John up out of there. Again, the actual owner of the house that he was renting it from, he hired Steve Fisher. That's the person that like hired Steve Fisher, the private investigator. What a bro. Nah, this statement would have done. Like, he would have said this, but then we would have been like, or at least if I'm still the detective, I'm like, hey man, this really is good, man. I'm really happy that you're showing like the sentiment and all that, but nah, we still gonna have to look into your John though, because as far as I'm concerned, still, which is a factual thing that once more nobody can say is a lie. Celeste, unfortunately, terribly, her is found in the front of the Tesla registered to David Anthony Burke, D4vd. Sorry, brother. You had nothing to do with this. I think you did. So that ain't working. No, sir. Yo, you already know what it is, baby. You've seen silent thumbnail. We got more conjecture on the David incident, the David tragedy. But first, a little backstory. You already know last time, of course, we was checking out TLR Trap Lord Ross hip hop commentary. Goat, the legend, baby. You already know what it is. We check him out again today, but you already know we're gonna share the love when we get into the video. Factual every time, you know, you know. But when we were seeing that, John, we were seeing how David, at least by like, you know what I'm saying, NBC and some other and NBC, ABC, some other media sources like that, you know what I'm saying? We're labeling David as now a suspect in the whole, you know what I'm saying, David incident, David tragedy. And we were saying for the longest time, yo, David was not a person of interest. David was not a subject. Obviously innocent until proven guilty on the major things, as we know. You already know that, I guess now, duh. But yeah, to that, it was looking sus. Like, yeah, he's doing all these other things, like, you know, hiring a 3-star hunters, like lawyers like Blair Burke. He's transferring his assets. Like, we seen a whole bunch of connections, Stripe Sweater connection, all these different beats. It's like, yo, sussy boy. Seriously, yeah, like, what's going on with this guy? He should definitely be a suspect. But we were seeing that these major news and media outlet sources were saying that he's now being kind of labeled a suspect, and obviously more official reports and John's like are gonna come out, obviously, from LAPD and John's like that, because last John we had really gotten from them, at least, you know what I'm saying. It was kind of something, was the no cause of like murder and John's like that. So yeah, it seems as though with all this recent stuff coming out, y'all seen that other video where we had checked out the whole John for TLR2 with the Steve Fisher and the whole connections of like Celeste being at the new Fonda Theater concert with David's family. Yeah, it's a whole lot of beats going on, whole lot of terrible looks, definitely the worst optics ever. You feel me? But yeah, it was a whole lot of connections. But another thing leading into, you know what I'm saying, the actual story was we were seeing from these like news outlet sources like NBC that like, yo, there may have been like a potential second suspect, someone assisting David in the dismemberment of Celeste, which this tragedy is just awful saying that, you know. But to that, now we're hearing, at least from TLR, I'm seeing with the vids and some updates that David might have been bi and had a secret boyfriend that helped him dismember Celeste. What? Yep, I'm just as lost as you are hearing this, Jazz. And of course, hearing like these speculation rumors, all this type of beat coming out with this new, like, I guess you could say info. Like I said, speculation, unverified, yada yada. You know how we go through with this, but obviously we still take a look at all the info. That sounded insane. So, yeah, I'm not going to waste any time. We got to go ahead and see what this is talking about. So, Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. Let's see what is truly going on in the David incident, the David tragedy, this time. Like we said in another intro, and you see him right there, you already know. Shout out TLR, Trap Lord Ross, hip hop commentary, go baby, every single time. Actually, we got. Did D4vd David secret boyfriend cut up body? Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG Live video by Trap Lord Ross TLR, down description, first link, sure to love it, of course. Said name, Lord Ross. Better stop playing. Been watching. Facts. And let's not, like I've been saying in my vids, waste any more time. Not with this, John. We need as much info as possible, especially some clarifications on whatever this is about to entail.
Was David's secret gay lover the person who actually moved the body? I'm not joking, okay? This is a genuine theory that's going around, and there's more evidence for this theory than you might think.
We'll be taking that.
Okay, I'm keeping it real with you. I've got a lot of evidence that I'm going to show you in this video that
Approved. I'm liking to hear that.
makes me think that David might, in my opinion, have been in a gay relationship with Neo.
Ooh, well, we already know some conjecture on Neo. Did not know that the potential person was him. I think we did hear a little bit of speculation on that, but like obviously it wasn't going anywhere because the main thing is obviously like Neo's in his clique with like Aja too. But the main thing we Neo that we're hearing was he was the last person to drive the Tesla because from Steve Fisher they were saying like there was some person in like a red shirt, hoodie or whatever was the last person like get out and then go into the house, and then obviously after that, as soon as they had got back, David had went on tour and that person that went with him, so they were speculating that that was Neo. So hearing this, oh,
And there might have been a whole lot of reasons why both of them wanted the alleged underage girlfriend of David to disappear. Now, I've got all the links lined up. I'm going to break it all down for you now. There is this crazy post that's currently going around Reddit that's saying, is David bi and could he have been in a gay relationship with Neo? And that might have been what led to the murder of Celeste over jealousy. But before we get to that, okay, I've got to tell you.
over jealousy? What the fuck is going on here? Again, you know what I'm saying? This is a theory, speculation, rumors, but bro, what the fuck type of motives are these? Now we got another one. This is like the 16th motive we got here, bruh.
Everything that's been going on, because TMZ did post this today, and a lot of people have been distracted by the news that the body was allegedly frozen. They're overlooking this crazy, like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Okay?
I seen that was another video that TLR had posted. We might have to check that one out.
Okay, they've reported, and a lot of people have glossed over this. They're looking at the freezer now, but it's been reported a second suspect has been identified, and it was apparently the last person to use David's Tesla. LAPD homicide detectives have ID'd a second suspect in the death of Celeste Rivas, and it's someone who law enforcement says could be involved before, during, and after her death. Mark Garagos dropped the new info on the latest Two Angry Men podcast after speaking with people directly involved in the case. He said that law enforcement has done a stunningly impressive job connecting the dots in this case using a combination of cell phone and Tesla data, along with location data from...
This is something that we were saying in the Tesla vid. Hold on. You going to find that. Yeah, I'm about to say, why don't I just keep this up on standby, bro, so we can just hit back to these vids. But yeah.
Definitely the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, bro, you truly are never being trapped allegations, gang. Anyway, where's the part because they were showing, yeah, it was this part. It was somewhere like around here. Yeah, they were showing like all the tracking and different things you could do with a Tesla, and I'm like, yo, you already know Tesla Model S Plaid, blacked out, matted, straight tinted. I ain't gonna lie, shout out my little sis, but like, yeah, no, we love seeing the tints on the cars. But like, yeah, you already know I'm trying to cop that John. You already know I tell the story of me and my man, shout out my man. But like, we dream about getting Teslas and John like that. So I'm like, bro, we already know the iPad in the middle, the car's obviously all electric car. We already know, like, duh. You lying on this boy. But like, yeah, they added actually that. I'm pretty sure they might already have it in there, like Grok assistance and stuff like that. But we already know like the car should have like all this different GPS tracking, because obviously electric car main point is that like, yo, it's autonomous, like FSD, full self-driving and all that. Like, yo, it's gonna have all this technology in it. There's no way that this car couldn't be tracked or any type of beats like that. So I'm like, now seeing this, I'm like, yo, I would presume that they would have this data, like shit like that, because it's like, yo, this would be the first things I would be trying to go after. I'm like, all right, the Tesla, unfortunately with this tragedy, you know, we found it was found in the impound lot in the front. Celeste is found. I'm like, all right, we already know Tesla registered to David Anthony Burke. Who the fuck is that? D4vd. But like, even sidebar now, I'm like, yo, we can get the data from the Tesla to see its movements, its GPS signal, like all these different beasts to see where it was located, all these different stops. Like, would that not be, not even would it not, like, it would definitely be something that, yeah, evidence, something to be used. Like, come on, man.
Social media. Garagos and Harvey from TMZ both independently confirmed with sources that a central part of the case is a mysterious trip that David took to a remote area of Santa Barbara County in the middle of the night last spring. They had
oh yeah, that was the like little parking garage thing, like near that little motel.
Conversations with their sources.
It was with the tow truck going by.
And investigators believe that her body might have been in the car, and Garagos insinuates various data showed the second suspect may have also been in the vehicle at that time. Who is this second suspect? Well, people have had a clue about this. People have had their theories about this for over a month. This was a post that came out quite some time ago when the private investigator, Steve Fisher, he said he knows who moved the Tesla with the body in the trunk. He basically inferred, okay, that he knew who it was that was the last person to drive the Tesla. It wasn't David. This was on October the 17th, 2025, over a month ago, okay?
Let me see. Do I have anything around that time? I do. Now. This was the 19th. Let me see. Paid. Yeah, we seen this already. I wanna, bro. Yo, y'all never remind me I got this shit. Hold on. Wait, what am I doing? You can just press. Yeah, and wait, my dumbass, bro. You need to fucking shut up. Where's? Yeah, there we go. My bad. All right, hold on. See, this is this. See, yo, y'all have to remind me to use the find tool and shit on the videos, bro. I be sitting here like, all right, fuck, where the hell are we gonna find this shit? Like, I have no idea where to find it. We gotta scroll through. Find tool. Truly never beating the dumbass allegations. I have to be the brain for me sometimes, yo. Like, I can't think. But yeah, like, let's see. Update. Private investigator in D4vd case. Obviously, David thinks that Celeste Rivas died in early 2025, January, February, at another home David was renting out. Is 1 mile away from the, 1 mile down the same street she was found. He also said David's friend Neo may have been the one to move the Tesla. This is very interesting. And he mentions him again. Oh.
Suggesting this guy Neo might have been the one who was looking after that property.
Okay, and there's multiple of these. Okay, so let me see. What's this one?
He said something similar. The person parked the car and then went on tour.
Okay. You listen to what the PI says. He says the Tesla's moved and on a tour bus pulls up after. And on News Nation, he says something similar. The person parked the car, then went on tour. Did Neo go on tour with David at all? Very curious if he did or went to a concert or two. And then we see. Here we go. Oh, let's go back a little bit. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, did he go with him? Because this is what we're speculating. Like, yo, that person would have been on tour with him.
And they're saying, yes,
Interesting.
Since I never plan on killing anybody, but it could be David still, could be Neo, but is Caleb old enough to drive? Then again, he says something about the person wearing the same clothing in the party photos. I really don't know. Has anyone checked?
Let me see. Keep going down. Hold on. See definitive after evidence, you know what I'm saying? This goes to like court, a trial and all that. We'll see definitively then.
Grammatic, right? He was saying Jesus Christ.
Wait.
It's going to be wrong or something.
Oh. Wait.
Neo one day before the tour inside David's house. There's the iconic.
Wait.
Then again, he says something about the person wearing the same clothing in the party photos. I really don't know. Has anyone checked Neo's Instagram? They're showing outfits, saying, I'm certain this is Neo one day before the tour inside David's house.
Yeah, did y'all hear me talk about a red shirt or red hoodie earlier? Yeah. Not looking good.
This is the second comment. The second top comment. The MF who moved the car right now, sweating. David and that MF. 1 month ago, Neo. Right? And they're cracking jokes here, not even the Matrix will save him. But people thought a month ago that Neo was the last person who moved this car. And there's comments all over this post that are over a month old saying he has to be alluding to Neo moving the car. He called him out on X a few days ago. He's not the kind of person that made substantiated allegations. It has me questioning Neo as well. Okay? People are saying, this is what Steve tweeted. He said, let's speculate the Tesla was moved the last time and left in the parking spot it was impounded from right before tour started in San Francisco. Who actually moved the Tesla the final time? You don't get answers unless you ask questions. So I'll ask, was it Neo? Just curious. People are saying this Neo character is involved for sure. Also, he said the car was moved before they went on tour.
At this point, gotta be, bro. Because he also, again, that was the same thing Steve Fisher was saying, private investigator. Like, yo, he wiped all his socials and, like, unfollowed David and all that shit. Why would you do that? What would be the point of doing that? Nah.
Neo went on tour with David, and that is Neo. All right, and people are saying that there might have been some kind of romantic relationship going on between them. People are hating on Neo. It says I went through his Instagram. He seems like the most brain dead F-boy. If it was him, no wonder the whole attempt of disposing of the body was so messy. All right, everybody's bringing Neo's name up. Comes up comment after comment after comment months ago, or over a month ago. And this theory, it's been going around a whole bunch. This hasn't just come out of nowhere. People are posting, what's with Neo? Why is everyone mad at him? People are trying to find out. And they're saying, from what the PI's been saying, it looked like he was the last person to move the car, and he would have known she was in there due to the smell. He's pretty much gone lockdown on all socials, and I think he posted something a couple hours ago with a song and some there due to the smell. He's pretty much gone lockdown on all socials. And I think he posted something a couple hours ago with a song and some odd stuff. We don't know why he used the song, but it's some bad timing with weird lyrics that can be inferred as him essentially mocking, but more acknowledging everything that's happening. Okay? People suspect Neo because he's known David for years. He's very close to David and overly affectionate with him in photos, especially after February 2025. There's easily 50 examples of the above. Steve made comments about Neo, and Neo's gone silent on social media. So this is an old clip of Neo saying that he's known David for years.
Now. So, like, people thought that I met him through Sakura, but no, I've known David for years, and I met Sakura like 2 months ago through Tofu. And then my worlds kind of combined together, and it's kind of...
Yeah, bro, y'all done fucked up Labubu's, bro. I mean, Labubu's is already fucked. 24 karat gold, Labubu. Yeah, that should be killing me, bro. But yeah, fucking David throwing Labubu's off stages, bro. Like, he trying to fucking get through the girly pops.
Girly pop.
Like, nigga, we need to be at... And let me not even... But, bro, like, seriously, bro, what the fuck y'all got going on with these damn Labubus, bro? It seeming like everybody got this shit connected to a mic, too. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, when I got these Jones at the fair, bro, I was telling y'all about that jump when I went with the boss, my little sis, my aunt, bro. Yo, I had found this fake-ass Labubu, bro. I had to cop that jump, bro. Putting this shit on the mic, bro. Like, yo, come on, what are we doing, bro? That shit was so funny, bro, because you could definitely tell that shit is a little foo-foo, bro.
They've known each other for years. So look, let's just get to it, okay? This is a post that's currently going around on the Celeste subreddit. It said, is David bisexual? Him and Neo could have been in a relationship, and maybe he got jealous of Celeste or something, which could have led to her death. I just don't understand how someone else would be so willing to chop up a body unless they had hatred for the girl too. The TMZ article is disturbing. This can't be okay, my girlfriend just OD'd and this is a way to cover it up. There's a reason the LAPD is still treating this as a homicide. Even if it wasn't Neo, the other person had to have had hatred and had to be deeply close with David. I get that David could have paid someone off, but David is someone I literally just heard of from this case. He's not some top-tier Diddy level celebrity. Or probably David and the other suspect killed her together.
Shit, I would agree with you. He's not some top tier Diddy level celebrity, but somehow he's hiring the best fucking lawyers in the game. Again, Blair Burke and them, bro, that have worked for Harvey fucking Weinstein, bro. Shit looking crazy. Yo, that money and clout shit I be trying to tell y'all, bro, real fucking evil, bro. They might as well, bro, if you got money and clout, especially, again, at some of these statuses, bro, they might as well look at you in the face and be like, hey, my nigga, crimes, bro, you don't gotta worry about that shit. Bro, they just facing that shit off, bro. It's really like the nigga Hassan.
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
It's like that nigga, bro, with Twitch's TOS. Like, shit don't matter. I'ma wipe my ass with it. Like, bro, that shit is actually insane, bro. Like, are these niggas ever gonna get consequences? Like, yo, did he really, bro? Did he got acquitted of all his worst shit, bro? He only getting 4 years. Nigga, this is P slip and slide Dizzler, bro. That is, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop playing, bro. The fucking Dizzler, bro. He's an Arkham villain, bro. 4 years? Alright, bro. Yo, that's what I'm saying with this nigga David, bro. If you don't get some actual, like, serious consequences, like, I'm talking real years for this shit, bro, again. Innocent until proven guilty, but as the days go on, this nigga's looking way more and more guilty, let me tell you. But, real shit, though. Like, if you don't get some actual fucking consequences, years, I mean fucking years on this shit, bro. Bullshittery. Bullshittery, bro. Like, yo, stop playing.
They both felt they had to cover it up together, and honestly, this just confirms they knew Celeste was a missing child because they know they had plenty of time since no one was looking and no one cared. This is exactly why missing children should be deeply prioritized. Killers go for the vulnerable. And people are in the comments. Some people are saying it's more likely they both had an obsession with gore and wanted to experiment with it together. People are saying it's truly...
Yeah, we know about that because, yeah, David was saying in the other Jones that, how he loves gore and that he had Live League bookmarked on his, like, fucking home tab and shit. I'm like, dude, what the... Nah, man. And then we seen his one repost where he's talking about chopping up, like, it was the one with chopping up me and saying he's gonna chop, like, dude up or girl up or some shit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, nigga?
Disturbing, like, if they both did, why choose to act on the obsession? Like, did they feel it would be swept under the rug since she was missing? And why is she in the trunk now? At that point, if they ate her, I wouldn't be...
That would be stupid. Like, hold on. Like they did. I feel like it was gonna be swept under the rug since she was missing. That's even, like, that would be dumb. It would not be swept under the rug because she was missing. That would make it even fucking worse, bro. Because again, she's missing. That means heads are actively looking for her, and people are looking out to see if they can find her, bro, or potentially could see her to find her and bring her back home. So that would be dumb as hell. At least the way I'm thinking, bro. Like that shit. What the fuck? Especially. Guess that shit gets me straight to a thrill crash. Especially when this nigga, you know, D4vd, David and Celeste Island trip, where he's sitting right next to her on the fucking stream. Especially when we're just seeing, again, new Fonda shit. Her, not her. David's family is sitting with her right there at the fucking show. I'm like, dude, yeah, man, we're gonna sweep this shit right under the rug because she's missing, man. It's totally not like we're popping out in public platforms and literally in public with her. Nah, that shit, like, bro, if that's truly what those niggas were thinking, bro, this is actually the dumbest shit ever. But I'm gonna tell you right now, regardless of that factor, this is the dumbest shit ever, bro. You wanna know why? Because once more, a young girly pop that had her whole life ahead of her no longer has that shit because of these fucking morons, bro. And then, oh my god, bro, and it gets me so heated, bro. And then the G-boys, bro, David's innocent. On what? On what? Like, bro.
Under the rug since she was missing, and why is she in the trunk now? At that point, if they ate her, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, people are saying they're asking the wrong question, okay, but this isn't new. This isn't something that's just been made up. A lot of people are saying David Neo and Asia seem like they were all together in some kind of relationship. Some people are saying he definitely...
Nah, for Asia, like, or Asia, yo, they need to, like, verify if that one Instagram DM was real. Like, hold on, let me see if I can find that joint real quick. Let me go back to the playlist. I'm pretty sure that was in... this. Okay, wait. Yeah, hold on. How do you spell your name? Oh, shit. I always forget with this goddamn transcript shit. Like, come on, bro. Fuck, is that how you spell it? Wait. We were getting somewhere. Hold on. No, actually we weren't. There's gotta be somewhere in there. It's gotta be close to like the end. Is it? No. I swear it's like this. How did they just spell it?
David definitely seemed like they were all together in something that's just been made up. A lot of people are saying...
Bro, that's literally what I spelled. Oh my god, did I not? Is this not the same shit? Oh my god, bro, whatever. Hold on. Are you showing in here? See, this is the shit I'm talking about when I have to do shit like this. Oh, wait. No, it is around here. Yes. Yeah, they need to, like, that ass, yo, they need to find out if this shit is real. Like, look. This is supposedly Aja in like a DM, and somebody's like texting her the shit about David and Celeste being missing. They send her the poster. She's like, bro, this is my friend's girlfriend. Ooh, your friend David? David Anthony Burke? You know, the guy who, you know, the Tesla was registered to and Celeste was found in the front of? What the fuck? Is there a way you can convert she's 13? What the fuck? You're lying. So, obviously, in this, if this was verified and real, it's like, yeah, now she definitely would have knew that Celeste is, obviously, 1, underage, 2, is missing, like, what the fuck? And then, like, if we're getting to this, you definitely were on cover-up shield timing, so yeah, it's looking horrible for her, but again, that's unverified, but yeah, they absolutely need to look into that.
David Neo and
because apparently she was wiping her gram and shit too. Like, actually, she had posted a message saying, like, don't believe shit you see on the internet. I'm like, I'm like, okay.
Asia seemed like they were all together in some kind of relationship. Some people are saying David definitely is bi. He seems depraved as F, and he probably hurt animals as a child. Okay, but there are other things that are going around that seem to hint towards something weird going on between them. This was a post that went around, and this was 16 days ago. Neo and the elephant in the room. He posted this, all right? This is just a little something, all right? This is just a little something on top of all the other stuff. But he said, LMFAO forgot I'm not allowed to make any jokes or do anything wrong.
Go back a little bit.
Neo and the elephant in the room. He posted this, all right? This is just a little something, all right? This is just a little something on top of all the other stuff. But he said, LMFAO forgot I'm not allowed to make any jokes or do anything remotely gay now. And then he posted this rubber band in the shape of a ding dong, and he said they're definitely going to think you're gay for this one. Okay. And now a lot of people were hating on him. They weren't coming at the
How old are these motherfuckers? Like,
bisexual angle, but they were saying, how do I make myself the main character? In awe of his dissonance. You were in the close circle of a PDF and potential murderer. There are very little crimes more horrendous than this. Ever since Celeste had been identified, this man has continued partying in LA, called the situation nothing, and complained about people calling him gay online.
allegedly, hypothetically, the money and clout is evil. You be see what I'm saying?
I don't think I met many people with such low levels of empathy. And people have been calling out that Asia girl, saying she's no better, she's a sociopath.
That's what I'm saying. Again, if that other shit gets verified and that truly was her in that DM, bro, oh yeah, she's fucked, bro. Like, she's at, like, bro, that is, bro, I don't even know how to explain. Actually, no, I can't explain it to y'all, bro. I be saying it all the time. That is straight belt to ass, bro. Bend them over, doggy style, no condom, bro. You're actually just fucked. Like dead ass. This is way beyond felted. Like, dude, she would be implicated so fucking badly. It's
Okay, they're saying all of these could have been avoided. He should have made a statement that said, RIP, I'm sorry this happened. I had nothing to do with it. I'm working with the LAPD to bring justice. But
I mean, you could do that. But at the same time, this nigga thought he was a fucking anime character with an alter ego. Nigga, he could just be fucking lying. What the fuck? Nigga, he could be lying. The nigga said, they were already saying that this nigga was cooperating with the police. That sounds like fucking horseradish and dirty barnacles to me, my nigga. Again, you're cooperating with the police? My nigga, you're hiring the best lawyers in the game, transferring your assets to your mom, bro. What the fuck? Huh? Bro, he deading the fucking lease, bro. Oh my god. His LA crib that was with, not even with, under his manager's name or whatever, that he was, in spending $20K a month on, deaded that lease, got that John up out of there. Again, the actual owner of the house that he was renting it from, he hired Steve Fisher. That's the person that like hired Steve Fisher to write him investigator. What the fuck? Bro. Nah. This statement would have done shit. Like, he would have said this, but then we would have been like, or at least if I'm still the detective, I'm like, hey man, this really is good, man. I'm really happy that you're showing like the sentiment and all that. But nigga, Nah, we still gonna have to look into your John, though, because as far as I'm concerned, still, which is a factual thing that once more nobody can say is a lie. Celeste, unfortunately, terribly, her body was found in the front of the Tesla registered to David Anthony Burke, D4vd. Sorry, brother. You had nothing to do with this. I think you did. So that ain't working. No, sir. That's not going for sure. Like, what?
doesn't sound like that's what's happening, okay? As people who are never involved in hiding a murder, it's almost common sense to us to want to do that. He's saying it because so many people on Facebook and Instagram are saying he and David are actually gay lovers and plan to kill Celeste to be together. He's saying, I would say something too. People are thinking this is absolutely crazy. And it is crazy. David's got comments on posts on Neo's page talking about who else cried/came. Is it a joke or is he serious or is it the truth said in jest? He's talking about looking at posts that Neo's put up and saying he came, and then Neo,
What the fuck?
Came.
You nigga said, oh, I'm getting hard. No, bro, nigga, keep that shit to yourself, boy. Stupid ass.
Is it a joke or is he serious or is it the truth said in jest? He's talking about looking at posts that Neo's put up and saying he came, and then Neo's replying saying, I cried and came on you.
You are. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Is it a funny joke? Is it a funny joke with some truth behind it? Is it a funny joke that goes absolutely to try and distract from maybe something that was really going on, trying to make a little light of something that is actually really going on? I don't know, but I do feel like there's a lot of very strange things like this. People are saying, looks like the cleanup was incomplete. David's comment is still on this guy's page, part of the original crew. He made a statement calling a dead child being found in his friend's car nothing, and he's still partying it up on his IG stories. Does anyone know what this guy does? Looking at his Instagram, it seems like he's just some regular school-aged kid, and I wonder how David got acquainted with them. Okay. So there's a number of kind of
Yeah, he's a fucking orbiter, bro. It's very obviously and clear to see. Orbiter, detractor, you know, this type of shit, bro. You just like in the entourage, bro. You're just riding off the coattails of the nigga who actually has the success, the accolades, the fame, yada yada, and the money, the clout.
pouty pictures of them together, and then there's also this picture that's been going around, right? David and Neo laid out together. They look like they're on the floor with some like cushions laid out, and David's wearing a shirt that says "Sounds gay, I'm in," and he's got his hand tucked underneath Neo's waist, right? And there's nothing wrong. Look, any kind of love, any kind of sexuality is cool with me.
Yeah, nah, obviously, duh, we say this all the time. It's always love for heads and LGBTQ plus, but it's like, yo, I'm just looking at the connection between these two motherfuckers. I'm like, okay, word, you really did have this close connection, huh? So how willing were you like to do shit for each other? Like, you know, say for instance, if you're trying to dispose of a body, would you be willing to you know, drive the Tesla to, you know, I guess out in front of the house? Because not even, I guess, it definitely was out in front of the house because it was sitting there for weeks, and then that's how it got towed and brought to the impound lot. Yeah, would you be willing to park the car that potentially may have had the body in there? Because, oh, we are, you know, gay lovers. We're very, oh, sounds gay. Gully pop.
Girly pop.
I mean, like, how willing? I'm trying to tell you, nah, I gotta ask the questions. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm really just on that timing, bro. It ain't no generalization beat, bro, because heads will try to take it there. Like, oh my God, bro, see, this is, yo, it's all gay people, heads part of the LGBTQ plus, like, bro, they're all like this. Like, bro, you must be stupid as hell if you're trying to come to these conclusions. Like, yo, nah, heads are chilling. I want to know what these two fuck niggas were on. These two niggas, I need to know what the fuck these two niggas was on. Like, bro, fuck. Like, yeah, we need to stop playing again.
But when bodies are being found in trunks and people are suggesting that this might have been the person who moved the car, it's starting to look very suspicious, right?
Very.
People are saying that these images have been scrubbed from the internet. Okay, they're scrubbing any pictures that they had together, all of these things. People were saying his entire Twitter account was glazing David, then he deleted all of his David-related tweets. I think he would have made a statement by now. He crashed out on the YBG streamer over smaller things. I personally think he's looking.
He said his entire Twitter account was glazing David. Oh, that nigga's definitely an orbiter detractor. Like, bro.
Weird up or being investigated. Never asked Neo why he touched you with the girls. Santi OSCS. It's another picture here. Neo with the girl in the background that a lot of people thought was Celeste. Is that David and Celeste in the back? And people are saying this is the other Celeste, Celeste Herrera. And is that David and the real Celeste? Right? Now, there's an interesting comment here, okay, that actually is underneath a post that's basically all about the news about the body being allegedly frozen, okay? And this is an interesting comment that kind of touches on Neo. It says, so with this awful news that she was decapitated and frozen, it tells me that they took their time on deciding what to do with the remains. Knowing teens, or almost teens, they eventually forgot about it for the most part, as David probably left it in Neo's capable hands. Again, I believe he is the alpha in all of this. More concerned about his upcoming tour and concert at Coachella at the time, how should the police proceed from here? My 2 cents, if Neo is only an accomplice after the fact, then they need him to flip and give him a deal. If, however, he actually took part in this from the beginning, some posters here think Neo and David were romantically involved, then it would be difficult for the cops to get a confession, and they will have to put this case together through circumstantial evidence, which will be difficult. Praying for justice for Celeste. So this was the original post.
I'm seeing with this, like, again, and again, this just goes like main in the motive that obviously, like, we'd seen adding this motive on that David and Neo were gay lovers. Like, then if we were to go down this path, I mean, this obviously going on this hypothetical, this alleged hypothetical scenario, like this, theoretically, this would make sense, especially if Neo is confirmed to be, like, if we find out to be that it is definitely him that was the last person to drive the Tesla. I'm like, yo, bud, like, again, I've been saying to John, like, yo, somebody knows some shit, but then I'm looking specifically at, like, well, we need to be looking at David. I don't know why the fuck, again, now recently you're starting to look at this nigga, especially as a suspect. I'm honing in truthfully on Neo, and I'm like, yo, bro, you know some shit. What the fuck do you know? Like, what the hell do you know? Like, hold on, bro. Cause at this point, for damn sure, I need to know, like what details you knew about David and, like, Celeste having this, you didn't call this shit a relationship, bro. This fucking, just straight grooming it was. But you know some shit. And if you know some shit, then it's now like my brain goes along, like break down the process. Okay, well, more people were in this fucking entourage. So if you know something, they get him to flip again, like this person is saying. Then they need him to flip, give him a deal. Like if he flips, okay, nah, Aja, what do you know? Nah, like we're then it's like straight domino effect. Like now, or like, bruh, funny enough, in One Piece, kind of spoilers, bro. They playing actually not really spoilers, but if yeah, I don't even have to spoil it, bro. Y'all know the game Reversey, bro, Othello. This is like we're playing Reversey. If yeah, yo, if I'm the fucking white pieces or whatever the fuck, bro, and I put my John down, bro, it's straight flip. Like, bro, now that Neo flipped, Aja, you about to flip too, because this is how the patterns go, bro. Nah, like, what are we talking about? Because at this point, if he flips and he drop all this info, well, then you were also around, like, too. You know what I mean? Like, you were in this entourage around this David frequently. You had to see some shit, and then we're seeing that, unverified DM and Instagram, John. I'm like, bro, huh? I'm like, never. Nah, we really got to start chatting. Like, you absolutely at this point would have to know something. There's no way. Like, and then from there, who else is in this joint? We already know, like, David family definitely got to know because she was being Celeste. She was sitting with them. And then I want to ask, like, his day-to-day manager because you was at the show, too. Now I'm like, all right, bro. Yo, we truly are playing Reversey, bro. These pieces are flipping, bro. I'm like, nah. Fuck y'all thought this was, bro. Never. That's what I'm saying. These heads should have been in an interrogation room, too. Like, come on now.
Which will be difficult, praying for justice for Celeste. So this was the original post 2 months ago that Neo posted after cleansing his socials of any mentions of him or David. He said, I mean, yeah, eventually I'm going to say something, but I can't.
Shit. No. I'm blocking it. My bad.
I kind of hate forcing myself into solitude, because people on the internet assume the worst in people and will make up legit anything out of nothing. He's calling it nothing. So eventually I'll say something when I'm ready to. Love all the real people.
How about this? Considering, Neo, that you could be heavily implicated and definitely an accomplice to or not definitely, very much on merit's sake looking like an accomplice to this, I don't think you'll say anything. Especially without legal counsel. So, to me, again, on base level, this is PR speak, but on a real level, on my personal opinion, this is some bullshittery, my nigga. Like, get this out of my face. It's like the same shit that Aja posted. Like, bro, nah, don't believe the shit you see online. Don't. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. You're literally saying that shit. Wait, hold on.
People that have been kind to me and don't make false assumptions.
And false assumptions and don't believe the shit you see online. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, yo. Every motherfucker is gonna say this, bro. And you wanna know why you shouldn't believe the shit online? Because the shit online is saying that, yeah, motherfucker, you look hella guilty. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. They really tried that shit. And that shit is not going embarrassing. Like, bro, what are we doing, gang? Oh, man, bro. You bulls are looking more cooked by the fucking hour. Forget the day.
Right? People saying they're wondering how much they know, right? So
I've been saying it. These motherfuckers know some shit. What do they know?
he says that people on the internet will legit make anything out of nothing. Nothing. A dead child in his bro's car trunk is nothing. Interesting, if not sociopathic, take on the matter. All right? Solitude. Now, this was a whole month ago. Somebody put together an entire activity timeline of everything that Neo has been involved in, all right? This is Neo's activity timeline. So let's just look at all the stuff where Neo is mentioned. They're saying, after the PI statements caused some concerns, I thought I'd do a timeline regarding Neo's whereabouts according to his social media profile. I do understand that picture dump style posts consisting of images that are taken over a time period and not necessarily one single day, so I will decrease my focus on such posts. Do also note a lot of his social media is deleted or privated, so I'm going on what I have and what his friends posted, okay? So it says here, 25th of July, Neo was, is this, hang on. All right, so I'll just focus on all the stuff where Neo is kind of mentioned and he's relevant, okay? 25th of July, he was seen partying on David's IG stories, photoed wearing a grey ribbed knit sweater. Then on the 2 days later, he was seen partying on IG wearing David merch with a giant Labubu. 29th of July, David's black Tesla was seen moving for the last time on surveillance by an individual wearing...
I'm gonna say, yo, I'm gonna find this post. Hold on, because this is a really good timeline. D4vd 2 Neo activity timeline. Okay, bet. Okay.
Kind of mentioned, and he's relevant, okay? 25th of July, he was seen partying on David's IG stories, photoed wearing a grey ribbed knit sweater. Then on the 2 days later, he was seen partying on IG wearing David merch with a giant Labubu. 29th of July, David's black Tesla was seen moving for the last time on surveillance by an individual wearing identifiable clothing who immediately went on tour afterwards. The individual was also spotted wearing the same identifiable clothing 12 hours before this, entering David's Vieira Drive residence. This is suspected to be Neo. David had a show in San Francisco. Neo and Asia were both seen with him. His IG highlights showed him celebrating Tara Yumi's birthday. David is photographed at the same event wearing a bright red shirt, and Neo allegedly is still wearing the red fishnet shirt with 28 on it. And they're basically saying that that was something that he was wearing on the 28th of July. So his little outfits are getting him caught up, right? And David's continuing to play these shows. David's been on tour. 5th of August, tour date in Del Marcio. Neo posted we got shut down on his IG story in the middle of the road.
Hold up.
People are unsure if it was his tour or another unrelated part.
Okay, we're good. I'm back with it.
David's been on tour. 5th of August, tour date in Del Marcio. Neo posted we got shut down on his IG story in the middle of the road. People are unsure if it was at his tour or another unrelated party. Neo hasn't been seen in David's vlogs. Neo's not seen. David's vlogging, he's doing shows, but he's not been seen. And then on the 9th of August, Neo posts himself at a concert in a mosh pit. Okay. Not sure if it's David's show or another unrelated party. He continues posting himself on Instagram on the 10th of August. He's partying in LA on the 16th of August. And then, you know, a little bit of time passes, all right? Different people are seen. And eventually, the car is found. All right, the car is towed, and he's still seen partying.
I'm about to say, yeah, we were talking about this earlier.
On IG, partying on IG. He's
because it was towed. Obviously, when the car was like not, I don't believe it was like right next to the house, but kind of a little bit down the block. But yeah, I was sitting there for weeks, and then that's when the neighbors around had called for it to be towed.
out in LA, partying non-stop, partying with influencers non-stop, all through September. The body is found inside David's Tesla on the 8th of September. She's not identified, and on the 13th of September, still partying. Right. The body's identified on the 17th. David cancels his tour. He's seen at TwitchCon. Seen partying again. He's partying. He's having a great time. Halloween party. Says with that, we can see that Neo was consistently hanging out with David before his tour. He was also partying almost daily. We can confirm that Neo was present at David's tour dates in California, but not in other states. He was confirmed to be back in LA by the 10th of August. This means he cannot be completely ruled out as the person who moved the car initially before David went on tour, or moved the car last any time before the 27th of August when David's car was marked. People are asking here, what is Neo's role in David's life? Is he like his media manager, tag along, or just a friend? Do these young folks work? Help me understand this bizarre anime culture. And people are saying he was extremely close to David. If they did work with him, he was probably an honorary title. Another commenter mentioned that Azio was a videographer and photographer, but I didn't find anything in his album credits to support that, and I checked till 2023. Now, some people on Reddit, they believe that Neo actually went back to David's mansion whilst...
I'm gonna say, I bet. Here, I can see what I was working on. Look. Yeah, I found the post. So, all right, now we can refer back to this jazz. Say no more. It's over for him. I need to do that with I need to find the other timeline. The one that I'd be showing in the Tesla video. Somebody actually had a post on that on one of the Reddits, like of an actual PNG of it, so we can refer back to that too. So I definitely want to find that.
David was still on tour. This was the first show of his tour where he went Hello Kitty on him, and he asked his...
You already know the connection. Hello Kitty. Celeste loved Hello Kitty. She had the Hello Kitty girl account. That's what describes sweater connection. And then when they had found her body, tragically, again, she was wearing Hello Kitty sandals.
His crowd members to throw Labubis on stage, and he's chilling there with Neo. All right. Swipe image. The first day of tour, David had the digital camera on him. After the California shows, Neo didn't stay for the rest of the tour. A digital camera was found by the private investigator Steve Fisher at the mansion with Celeste's last photo. Neo must have probably went back to the mansion and left the digital camera. Why? Who knows? Speculation. Someone says, I remember watching one of his blogs and Neo was there with a group. Someone asked him if it was his crib, and of course he said, no, this is David's. Maybe he was given the key regularly. It's not like the manager would have one key if he lived out of town.
If that's the case, that also goes back to one thing Steve Fisher was saying. I was like, yeah, there was only like one key to the crib. Like the LA mansion they were paying $20K a month for, there was only one key to it. So whoever had that key, you would presume like they had that one key to the house. They could obviously get in and out, but to that too, they may have access, because that was another thing too. David had another Tesla besides the black one that obviously, again, Celeste was found, and he had a red one. And that person, being what we're saying hypothetically, allegedly may have been Neo, had access obviously to that key to get into the crib, but also probably would have access to that other Tesla, which would make sense if he had if he had access to that other Tesla, would make sense more going on the alleged hypothetical scenario that it was him that was the last person to drive the black Tesla. Like, you know what I mean? Not looking good there.
So they're thinking he might have been back inside of the mansion. One theory's going around where they say, my theory, David, Asia, and Neo could have possibly given Celeste drugs to have hushed her because they didn't want her to expose David, and things went left. This is only a theory. But somebody says, this is my theory on what could have happened. If you disagree, that's fine. I'm not stating it's factual. To keep it straight to the point, I feel like the whole group was together. David, Asia, and Neo, and maybe whoever else is in this group, and Celeste was there, and she could have said something or did something that could have made them scared or triggered fear of David being exposed for being in a relationship with a minor. And knowing them, they probably all feel like they have to stick together because they all kiss David's ass. David's the meal ticket.
Yeah. I could definitely believe this.
Yeah. So they could have possibly isolated.
I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, money and clout is truly evil, bro. Like that shit really is evil, bro. Like once you, and this is what I be saying, bro. And I was funny enough, who was I watching, bro? Was it Pope Dior, bro? I'm pretty sure it was Pope Dior last night on the stream. But like, yeah, like money and clout, especially if you were like young and like you're like early 20s and shit like that, bro, that shit will corrupt the shit out of you, bro. Like getting hella access to cheese, bro. Cause like again, as you grow, like, you know, so you get older, you know what I'm saying? Usually, hopefully, by God, bro, you get wiser and shit like that. Cause your prefrontal cortex fully develops at 25, and you know, you get wiser, you get older. And somebody says, yeah, that never happens. But like the main point to that is like obviously you start being able to manage your wealth and like you get smarter with managing your money because you get more responsibilities, things such like that. So obviously, you know, at 20s, like your early 20s, you may start getting some responsibilities, but the amount you'll have is like still kind of negligible, especially in this economy where you cannot fucking find a job, bro. Oh, JLB, by the way. Oh, guys, don't get scared. Sheesh, almost died there. Anyway, but seriously though, like finding a job, especially for like Gen Z around like my age and shit, is damn near impossible now, especially getting like entry level jobs and shit. So like, yo, heads coming into a ton of wealth and shit like that at this age, bro, that managing their money, they're gonna be doing crazy shit, bro. You're gonna get high off your just own success. Like that's just what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, my main motive for David, what I think it really is this nigga just realized he put himself in a lose-lose scenario, bro. He got too hyped off the money and clout, bro. He was doing some obviously heinous and abhorrent shit, fucking associating with Celeste, doing all this other fucking terrible shit, D4vd, 445, all that shit, bro. Then he realized, oh fuck, like here with me, shit like that got 250 million views, bro. Like, yeah, I'm really gonna be a successful artist and shit. He collaborating with Fortnite. He's like, fuck, bro. Wait, yo, this is gonna fuck me over, because especially with the Discord messages, you know what I'm saying? Is wifey in here, bro? Or like the other one, bro. What was the one? Oh yeah, I'll let you guys know the backstory, the short story when wifey gets in here. So, if David and Celeste were to get married, she turns 18 and you get married directly at 18. Well, y'all been together for a while, so how old was she then? Like, yeah, so it's immediately like, yeah, he gets fucked. So the only way out of this, needless to say, was this the best way for it to turn out? Fuck no. And that's what I'm saying. This money and clout shit truly will turn niggas evil, bro. Like, truly, like, actually fuck him up sideways, bro. Like, truly turn you on some insane shit. Yeah. Stay away from that, John. Obviously, you want to get success, like, you know what I'm saying, up your bag, depending on what field and goals, passions, dream you got, you know. You may need to up your clout, bro, you know what I'm saying? You want to be like a famous singer, rapper, or something like that. Yeah, obviously, you're going to need attention, but do not let it get to your head. Do not. Like, I'm trying to tell you, bro, because shit like these fucking tragedies, bro, it's just...
her or gave her something or a drug to kind of calm her down or relax her to be quiet, she could have possibly OD'd or things went too far. And instead of David stepping up and helping her, they let her
That's another thing too. Speaking about overdosing, yeah, we still need to get the toxicology report.
pass away instead of rushing her to the hospital. That's when they covered everything up and put her into his car. I feel like this could have happened between February and April in a sort of private area. North of Los Angeles, perhaps? Then he took that Santa Barbara trip to possibly go meet up with someone, I feel like a male, to get advice on how to handle this situation, or possibly to get rid of her cell phone, drugs, or whatever evidence. I don't know, but I feel like this was one big cover-up. For some reason, I feel like Asia definitely knows the details, because I get the feeling that Asia never liked Celeste.
I feel like she definitely knows the details, because again, someone needs to clarify if that fucking screenshot of that DM again I was showing her earlier is real or not, because if that shit is real, she most definitely knew all the context with Celeste, at least the main two things, that Celeste was a minor and that she was missing. So why the fuck is she your fucking friend's girlfriend? You know what I'm saying? But again, screenshots unverified, so we gotta step back. But if it does turn out to be verified, ask them damn questions.
Regardless, investigators should see who he knows in Santa Barbara, and they need to track his movements there. Now, this is another theory that's crazy that's going around. I've seen a few people saying this. It says, I think David killed Celeste and tried to frame Neo and the others. That's why he asked Neo to move the car right before the tour. Now, in his defense, he may say it was them trying to frame him. This is my theory. He could also store the body in the freezer, and right before the tour, he placed it in the trunk. The narrative would be that he did not use the car for months, or that he did let his friends use it. So
I immediately dismissed this because with this whole thing happening, you need assistance for this. Like you would have to have at least one other person assist you with everything that we have seen from this whole incident and tragedy. You could not do this by yourself. I do not think this nigga David is fucking Jeff Dahmer or some shit. Like, he is a fucking abhorrent, terrible piece of shit no matter what. Because again, 3 levels of association, base level D4, D445, and an innocent of proven guilty if he's the one that took the life of Celeste. First 2 fucking boxed, base level association. We already know. We've seen everything. Stripe Sweater Connection, David Island, Celeste Strip. You know, the stream. Her again. His family is sitting with her at the fucking show. You know what I'm saying? D4, D445, Celeste and her friend. Pink background with the DMs. Fucked. He's done on that shit. And then yeah, like I said, so he's cooked on that boy. But yeah, going back to this hit, like I just can't imagine like him trying to frame them, because like for this to even be a thing for you to even plan out and do, like you just have to have assistance. He is not doing this all by himself, and then nobody knows. He like, it fucking sucks to say, but he's D4vd. He's fucking David, bro. He doesn't have time to be fucking Shadow Jeff Dom, the fucking Bay Harbor butcher on the low. Again, this nigga has a day-to-day manager, bro. Does your day-to-day your day-to-day manager definitely knows that you fucking had Celeste around, but does your day-to-day manager know that you're fucking Itami? Because you already know the Itami shit, bro. Fucking D4vd, he's got his normal side, whatever. He's a detective trying to solve the crimes that this fucking criminal is doing. Except, the twist is, the criminal's him, his alter ego Itami. Like, bro, does the people around the shit know this? Because I feel like somebody would see this shit. Like, there's no fucking way. And that's why we're even here with this shit with Neo. Like, yo, man, this guy might have been, like, you know what I'm saying, another suspect within this. Because I'm like, bro, you cannot do this by yourself. Especially not with the status that fucking David is at and all the attention and eyes on him. You can't do this by yourself. That's impossible. So nah, I would immediately rule this out. Like on him trying to frame them and then them trying to frame him. I've already, like, him getting framed, I already ruled that was like a 2.5% thing that like even has a chance of being a thing that happened. Like, I do not think the framing thing happened at all. Him framing them is an absolutely not, because again, he tries to do this shit. They immediately, like that other person was just saying, bro, we play reversey, fucking. They tell Neo, my nigga, you're going to jail for the rest of your fucking life unless you start talking. He flips, David, you're done. Like, bruh, same thing with Aja, bro. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, nothing against the girly pops.
Girly pops.
But I didn't see quite literally throughout this last month 2 girly pops ult for literally shit that they have caused with their own lives. Now, granted, everybody does different and the way they cover shit is different. But with an incident tragedy like this, Aja's folding. I can already tell, bro. Not even tell, like, bro, you already know she's folding, bro. So it's like, nah, the framing shit, nah, I truly do not think the framing shit is like a likely motive.
Some people on the internet were bringing this narrative into circulation. But other people say, I think someone was paid to take care of her body with the machinery found at the house, but the car got towed too soon. The plan was they would all be on tour to have alibis. I think it's a very interesting theory. Now, there's a few cursed images going around of this little trio, Asia, David, and Neo. And this is one that's interesting that got posted yesterday. It says, David states these people are family. Every last one of them have wiped their pages clean of him, and the rest of the pages are private. It says the fam. Asia, David, Neo. I don't know if that's Celeste Herrera, I'm not sure. People are saying this is the most shallow family I've ever seen. Everybody was quick to saving their own asses once the case got traction. Clowns.
Yeah, that's because everybody only gave a fuck about their own asses. This is the thing with money and clout. Everybody will, not even everybody. A lot of people coming up to you once you got money, clout, status, power, all this shit, bro. It's like, yo, heads. This is the shit that's scary about it. It reminds me of like fucking Gojo from JJK. It's like you're the strongest, so like you're not viewed as a person anymore. You're just viewed as a vehicle to success, like a vehicle to just like a, you know, improve, I guess not improve their lives because that's a whole different thing, but like you're looked at and viewed as a vehicle to like as a status bar. Like, yo, associating with you, being with you can raise my status, can improve my lifestyle, do all these different things. Like, you're not even viewed as human anymore. And that's the shit that I truly fucking hate with streaming, bro. Because yes, bro, you get to the shit, especially having a parasocial audience and shit, bro. You're like, you no longer, like, niggas don't give a fuck about you, bro. They give a fuck about what you got. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, that's just really what it is. They give a fuck about the thing. Like, yo, what potential like benefits, what things that could benefit them that you have, bro. Like, what things could update, again, cloud status. What things could update bag, bro. I fucking hate it. That's why I always say best interests are keep your real peoples around, your day one peoples. Keep your shit homegrown, bro. These heads don't give a damn about you, bro. And I'm gonna be fair, specifically with this situation, yeah, they shouldn't give a fuck about David because he's an abhorrent piece of shit. But like, real, like, in obviously in a sense past this, like, yo, some heads will pretend, like, really pretend like they fuck with you. They don't, bro. Because I guarantee you, the minute that it's like, yeah, now it's looking like we're on even playing field and shit like that. Not saying that you don't want heads to get their own bag. Like, yo, duh, you want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying, bro? When sometimes I say it, like, yo, you want everybody to eat, but sometimes you just not gonna eat at my table, though. You just not gonna eat at my table, though. Because I'm not gonna hold you. You might start scrapping my plate. I don't know. It might get crazy. Yo, I turn around real quick. I go to wipe my face. You might start pulling shit off my plate. I don't know. It's like, yo, I hate it, dude. Yo, money and clout is fucking evil, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Like, it truly is some evil shit.
And I remember those screenshots shared by one of the Redditors from a sub who got a text saying she's known Asia for a long time and she has no involvement in the case. Plus, his friend also added that Asia was not close with David. Well, here it is. The picture clearly shows they were close. Family! The fam!
Oh, yeah, we better see this, man. So, yeah, anyone try to claim this would be a liar.
The fam. But he doesn't really, barely even knows it. Family? Dump a body, I barely know him. But no, now they've scrubbed the pages, right? Pages have been scrubbed clean. But it doesn't wipe the past clean, all right? People are saying they're all involved or some are. All of them, including David's management or immediate PR team, are cooked.
I agree.
And I think Neo is the main one who did a lot of the dirt. People say, dude, I've been saying this. I think Neo is who the police were referring to when he said they had help dismembering. People forget David is short as F.
At this point, the way it's looking, Merritt's might be pushing a little bit more that way, but we'll hold off.
There's no way he's lugging a body around on his own, let alone moving her. It would also...
Literally the whole shit I was ranting about not even like 2-3 minutes ago. I'm like, yeah, I can't see the framing because I can't see David doing this alone. Not even on a factor of just him being like a physical body doing this alone. There's always eyes on this nigga. Like, there will always be eyes on him because he is famous. Like, he is clouded, bro. The nigga got status, bro. Like, there will always be somebody like being around because, yes, with like his status, especially being a singer songwriter and shit, especially going out doing shows and shit like that, like just being like an artist, bro. You're always going to have a circle entourage people around you doing shit, especially like his, again, day-to-day manager. Like, yeah, bro, you got to do this photo shoot here. You got to go fucking, you got to do this interview there, bro. You got to go do the color shit. You got to go do this, I already said, like, interviews and shit. You got to do this show. Like, bro, there's always going to be someone around. So how the fuck could he do this by himself? That would be impossible. So at least one other person would have to be assisting him with this, like, alleged hypothetical, John. Earlier, this is not even a alleged hypothetical. Going back, this is not a alleged hypothetical. This whole incident and, like, you know what I'm saying, tragedy is happening, but, you know, in the case that David is the one that took your life. But, like, there would have to be more people assisting him, if not, like, just, this is a alleged hypothetical, Neo, then more heads as well. Like, bro, there's no way. Like, come on.
It makes sense why she is dismembered as well, because David is really short. Neo from the beginning has been acting nervous as hell. If you got anything to be nervous about, or if he ain't got anything to be nervous about, then why is he trembling where he stands?
That's the same John I'm saying with David, but on a higher level. I'm like, okay, David, if you're cooperating with the police, if you're feeling like you're good, you're innocent, you ain't do nothing, why are you doing all these other things on the back end? That's direct, like, Streisand effect. I talk about this shit all the time with Hassan, but, like, this shit is a direct example of the Streisand effect. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, yeah, the Streisand effect. The phenomenon in which an attempt to suppress or hide information backfires, inadvertently causing the information to receive wider attention and publicity. Again, if you are looking innocent and you're cooperating with the police, why the fuck are you hiring the best lawyers in the game? Why the fuck are you now transferring your houses and assets under your mom's name, bro? Why are you doing these things? Like, this again looks mad sus. Why the fuck are you locking down like the Discord or Reddits heftily, bro? You're getting all them shits out of there swept. Why are you doing this? It's like, nah, I ain't going for that, bro. I ain't going for that. Most definitely not. Like, you feel me? Because if you're innocent, it's sure looking like you're scrubbing. If anything, well, not like, well, you're scrubbing at least for the socials, at least for like the assets and shit. You're definitely look like you're shilling those under. Like, yo, you try to make sure those don't get affected, bro. Say for instance, he gets hit in like civil court, bro, where they really would sue the nigga for his assets, bro. Nah, I mean they can't sue you for it. Oh, well, shit. Camera's suing me, but like to continue my rant. And I know it's about to die again. Watch. Yep. But to continue my rant, like, yeah, you go to court, you get sued in civil court. Well, they not suing you. What's in it? Yeah, they're suing you, but you know they're not suing your mom. And the houses and shit under her name, but in the houses is good. Why would you do that? Because do you know if you really got boxed out in court, the nigga, the houses and shit would be gone? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, again, that's the shit I really don't trust. And then the shit with Neo and like Aja, these heads is just pretty clear. Why the fuck are you unfollowing David and deleting like all your posts and shit, especially with him? The fuck? Do you know how guilty? Again, that's even worse example. Well, no, David shit is worse examples. But like a more direct example, especially on socials and shit, that's even like just way more presentable and seeable as a like Streisand effect. Like you're deleting all your pages and shit. Oh shit! Did I just fuck it up? Why didn't y'all tell me the camera was on? Okay, there we go. We good? Okay, I can see the mic moving. But anyway, going back to this job, right? Well, I'm plugging the battery in. Like with Neo and Aja and any other potential heads starting to delete their socials and wiping everything off that shit, I'm like, why are you doing that? Do you have something to hide? Like, it's just so direct. Like, it's like, yo, bro, come on. One more time for y'all. The Streisand effect. The phenomenon in which an attempt to suppress or hide information backfires, inadvertently causing the information to receive wider attention and publicity. And guess what is happening day by day by day to this day? More publicity is going on this boy, and boy is it wider. They're boxing themselves out. And trust me, they are not getting the rebound, rat. Like, yo, Sean's ridiculous. Straight. All of these heads, they know some shit. They do. I'm gonna keep saying it. Keep saying it. Facts on facts. Facts.
Not an innocent boy. The photos from the Wither tour before they shut it down, Neo looks so bad, like bags under his eyes. He looks just sick. Maybe he is sick, I don't know, but he's the most definitely involved one. That's what a lot of people are saying. Now, this was a post that Neo made. This was going around the David2 subreddit 17 days ago. It says, Neo posted for the first time in a while. Look at the choice of song. That fuckboy is either tone deaf or taunting a dead 14-year-old on purpose. And he posted the Playboy Carti song, Stop Breathing. That's a classic Playboy Carti song where he's talking about all the gang wars and murders that have secretly been going on. That, you know what I'm saying? People don't realize that Playboy Carti really blood, really vibes like that. But to be playing the song Stop Breathing in the background, and he said, I've got the people going crazy watching all my moves. It's a little bit suspect. People are saying he's as insufferable as that imbecile David. Okay? People saying that there's all weird little things that Neo's posted, posts and unposts, unsent projects. People are saying there was plenty that was pretty sus, but this is my smoking gun, posted in September the 22nd, 2025. It says, hey buddy, it's me. I'm sorry for everything. I hope you and everyone can forgive me before my time is up. The sent unsent project to Neo. I don't really know what that means, right? But they're saying, did David mention the unsent project at some point?
As I'm saying, like, what the fuck does that mean?
And I don't understand why people keep posting these.
Like, what context is under that?
Seems like such a reach. If he had some kind of project called the Sent Unsent Project, is the Unsent Project even a thing? How many people knew about this before? Apparently it's been around for years. I doubt if any of it's real. People are saying you're so dumb it hurts my brain. What's the Unsent Project? It lets you send an anonymous letter to a singular name, perfect website for confessions. I'm assuming David allegedly wrote this for Neo. They're saying that this is the same day that he moved his properties over to entrust with his mother. Now look. All right.
Literally was talking about that multiple times earlier.
This is bad. This looks terrible.
Very.
I don't know if Neo and David were in a relationship. I feel like there's a couple of things that make me think that that could be true, in my opinion. But it's not confirmed. But
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not confirmed. Technically, still again unverified. But for like another potential motive, definitely on there because a lot of things do in line with this, bro. It does look very sussy.
I feel like he definitely knows something. Steve Fisher is pointing the
I
finger,
won.
inferring
I 100% think Neo knows some shit. Like it's not even a doubt. You could not sway my mind at all whatsoever.
that Neo is the person who moved the car.
Yeah, that's the main job. I'm like, yo, this red shirt connection with Neo. I'm like, yo, bud, what do you know about again the last person moving to Tesla? And better yet to that shit, you won't directly admit it. At least, maybe I hope you would, because then we could really cook David. But was that nigga you? Like, yeah.
And Neo's posts on social media have been extremely insensitive. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know if you...
And honestly, to me, that does make sense on his part because, yeah, you got to act like no shit is going on. Like, you got to pretend, put up this, like, false facade, like this fucking charlatan act, this goddamn con artist act, bro. And act like no shit is going on, bro. You can't act like mad distressed. But at the same time, again, Streisand effect from earlier, he's fucking it up because you're wiping your socials and shit. Yet you're still out partying. Fuck is going on here, man? It looks like you're trying to scrub shit out from the back end. It's like, dude, you tried it.
You think that he had something to do with this. Let me know if you think he had nothing to do with this. Maybe he just got caught up. Maybe he's just a young...
Nah, fuck all that. He definitely had some base level like connection to this, but again, that's again in my hypothetical alleged opinion.
dumb kid with very little empathy, and he doesn't really care about this situation. He's just going to keep on partying in LA. You guys let me know. I know what I think personally, but I want to hear what you guys think, man. I'm going to keep looking into this. I've got even more things that I might do a whole video on Asia because there's some crazy stuff about her that I've not even got to.
Nah, I do want to see a whole video on her, especially pertaining around that DM. Holy shit, like, do I want to see that? Because, boy, again, if that's verifiable, bro, that shit is an absolute... Nigga, that's a game! Game! Yeah, she's fucked, like...
Yeah. But this is just insane, okay? This thing with the freezer, I really wouldn't be surprised if somebody is arrested very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if numerous people are arrested soon. But I'll update you when that happens. In the meantime, stay vigilant, people. Thanks for watching.
You already know, baby. Every single time. Shout out TLR, Trapler, Ross, Hip Hop Commentary, GOAT! Of course, every single time. Gotta show the love, baby. We got it. Did D4vd, secret boyfriend, that allegedly being Neo, cut up the body? Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG lit video by TLR, Trapler, Ross, down description, first link, sure to love it. Of course, said name TLR, baby. Stop playing. Gotta shout out our hip hop commentary king. Facts. But yo, Final Fantasy conjecture, yeah, Neo boy. I think again, just to do Final Fantasy conjecture, because this boy sure was a yav sesh. I definitely think you know something for sure. Now, what it is you may know, well, I'm hoping it's something around again the last person driving that Tesla, and if you may have known the contents of what was in the Tesla. Because as far as we're concerned with all of this, definitely this connection to David, knowing him for years, and seeming as though you might have had a little bit of relations. I think you might have known more. And again, even like I was saying earlier in the vid, if you did have these little relations, how inclined would you be to do some pretty heinous, abhorrent shit for David? How inclined would you be? I guess as more updates and things come out, especially pertaining from the LAPD and the police, you know, guess we'll see. But other than that, again, shout out to love a Trapper Lost TLR, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.